Hi everyone, this is Aida and we are going to San Diego. I don't know if you can see, but that's Lincoln. I was born in San Diego. My family lived in Tijuana. My first memories of the border are related to family. What I remember is Sunday mornings, getting up, having breakfast, and being excited because we were going to El Otro Lado, which is San Diego for everybody that lives in Tijuana. And it was so much fun for me because my dad used to work a lot, so the Sundays were just for us, just for family. And I remember just hopping into our car and my brother and sister just laughing, having fun. And it was probably 3 hours because a lot of people in Tijuana did the same thing. But it was fun. We had games, we had food, lots of food. I don't know if any of you have ever been in Tijuana, but there's a lot of street vendors. So you can get anything. Pizzas, hot dogs, burgers, burritos, churros, you name it, and they're delicious. And this was in the early 80s. We used to go all the time because at that time El Tratado de Libre Comercio was this, I think it's called North America Free Trade Agreement. We didn't have a McDonald's, we didn't have a Chuck E. Cheese, I don't know if you know what it is, but like video game restaurants. We had the zoo nearby, we had SeaWorld, Disney, Universal Studios, you name it. It was just half an hour away. So for us, it was just exciting just to cross the border. So it was lots of fun, and I tried to do the same thing with my kid. We always have such a good time crossing the border. Like, we make it a game. I ask him what line that you want to cross, and he's like, oh, I want number 1, I want number 3. So we always make a game out of it. Dile muy fuerte. Hi. Sí, perdón.
Hola.
¿Qué le vas a decir?
Hey, no, ¿a dónde vas, hijo?
A Chula Vista.
¿Qué vas a hacer allá? ¿Allá vive?
No. ¿Qué le vas a decir, pues? ¿Qué le ibas a decir al señor?
¿Hay algo que ganar?
No, nada.
Buen día.
Gracias. Dile bye bye. Good job. I remember when I was in college, the university is super close by to the Otay border, which is on the east side of Tijuana. And I remember just going in between classes to put gas in San Diego and just come back. Gas prices were less expensive in San Diego than in Tijuana, and there still are. We still do that. A lot of people in Tijuana do that. Tijuana, Tecate, Mexicali, all the border cities in Baja California. And also to go shopping, everything is less expensive in San Diego. And it's just weird because, of course, minimum wage and wages in Tijuana are super low compared to the wages in San Diego. Somebody in Tijuana, their minimum wage is $8 a day. And then 9/11 happened, and I remember I was in class when somebody put the TV and our lives changed. Even that we were so far away from New York, it was the first time that the border closed, and after that nothing was the same. The inspections from the Border Patrol were excruciating, that people stopped going. So to cross the border, you have several options in Tijuana. I'm not talking about the ones in Tecate and the ones in Mexicali, just in Tijuana. The San Ysidro border, which is the biggest and the most used in Tijuana, has by car 3 options. The normal lane, the ready lane, which for a US citizen, you need a passport card. And then there's the Sentry. The Sentry is a special card that allows you to have special lanes, and not everybody can get it. You need a bunch of paperwork and a bunch of requirements to have. That one is the fastest lane, of course. And then you have your Ped West, which is the newest form of passing, and you have your East pedestrian crossing as well. Ped West and the East one are the pedestrian crossing. Also, you have the Otay border that has as well, it's smaller, but you do have the normal, the ready lane, and the Sentry. And you have the cargo cars as well. So nowadays, the San Ysidro border is always open, 24/7, 365 days. The Otay border, if I recall correctly, it's from 5 a.m. to midnight on the weekdays. On the weekends, I think it's from 5 to 10. What happens is that people at 12, they stop their cars and they sleep there. The lines are so long, they prefer to sleep in their cars to be the first in line than to do the 4-5 hours every day to cross. And I do want to mention real quickly that just in Tijuana, daily 90,000 people cross the border. 70,000 cars, 20,000 people by foot. Right now it's not that hard because Mexican citizens cannot cross because of the pandemic. Now, the second time the border was closed was with the migrant caravan when they arrived to Tijuana. And not only the border was chaotic, where the caravan landed in Tijuana, a lot of people were protesting because they were here, and it was the first time that I felt so ashamed of the people in Tijuana. Tijuana has always been very welcoming of new arrivals. Tijuana is a city of migrants. If you come to Tijuana and you ask somebody, where are you from? They will never say they're from Tijuana. Tijuana is a young city, so most of us are not from Tijuana. So I didn't understand why the border was shut down. People couldn't cross to San Diego, people couldn't cross to Tijuana. It was a huge deal because a lot of us work in San Diego and live in Tijuana. I remember at that time, my kid was with his father in San Diego and I was in Tijuana, and I couldn't go pick him up, and I didn't know when the border was gonna open. So it was really scary that time. And the border became like a jail. They started putting barbed wires. The lines again were ridiculous. When you cross the border, you have the CBP. He will ask you, what are you bringing? Sometimes you get random inspections, so you go to secondary inspection, whereas it's a big building, and then you have to take your car to like a kind of like an X-ray, big X-ray. Then you go, and then you park, and then you wait until CBP comes and gets you. They ask you to get out of the car. They take your Sentry, your insurance, your car registration, and let me tell you, just that process, that being like there, it's just like, oh, you feel like they're detaining you, you know? It's not a good feeling. And it's hard, like even for me that I speak English, you know, like I can just like communicate where am I going, why am I crossing, and why do I have whatever I have in my car. And it's a horrible sensation that you can take away something like, for me, they can take away my century just because. But for Mexican citizens, they can take away their visa, and that's it. You will never cross the US, which is something devastating for somebody who is in the border city, because for us, we don't see a wall. Like, it's just crossing, cruzando. Like, it takes us 5 minutes. If there's no line, it will take us 5 minutes to get there. So when you're used to that life of just crossing to get some groceries, crossing to buy a birthday present for somebody, go and visit my brother and my nephews that live 20 minutes north of San Diego, you know, like it crushes you. And every time that you cross the border, it could happen just because. I speak English, not perfect, but I do. But a lot of people don't. A lot of people that cross the border do not. So sometimes when they ask you something and they're trying to trick you, as a person who doesn't speak English, it's a horrible feeling. Like, I know that my family that don't speak English really get frustrated every time. They're like, oh, I hope that I say something. I say something that I don't say something incorrect that could jeopardize my visa. So those are the things that border crossing people have to get used to every time they cross. I don't know if you can see here, there's some bumps. This is the line, la línea. Right now we're in Tijuana, and boop, now we're in San Diego. Okay, and I'm gonna shut this out because it's almost time. Hi, hola.
Where are you going to?
To the bank.
Here in San Ysidro?
No, it's gonna be in Chilabas.
Okay, are you bringing anything from Mexico?
No, nothing.
No items in there? And are you withdrawing or depositing money?
I'm withdrawing.
Okay, yeah. Here you are, ma'am.
Thank you. And we're in San Diego. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Bye.
Thank you for riding with us. Bye.